soon do you expect the Iranians to retaliate on Israel for the assassination in Tehran?
I don't know. They're taking their time. What's alarming about this from this Western standpoint is, I heard it from another friend yesterday, that the U.S. intelligence community has reached the decision, and this is what they're telling top policymakers, whether in the Biden administration, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, across the board, and members of Congress. They're telling them that uh, Iran is not going to launch a major attack, that Iran is having second thoughts, that Iran basically is afraid. It talks tough, but it's not going to do anything. I'm going, oh man, I believe that that's absolutely wrong. That we are confusing preparation for cowardice or fear. And what's taking place is Iran, in conjunction with Russia, is building up its defenses because they realize they hit Israel. Israel is going to try to retaliate. And I think Iran's goal is to, again, send a message, but this time they're going to hurt Israel by taking out a military base, destroying a key intelligence center. But they don't want to do it in such a way that they are perceived as trying to destroy Israel and conquer Israel. And they've got the aid of the Russians. So the Russians are sending in not just ballistic missile defense systems, the S-400 in particular, but they're sending electronic warfare capabilities in. But most importantly, they're sending trained Russian soldiers that operate those units and those systems. And those are being deployed around the country. That is both, I think, to ensure or reassure the Iranians that they're not alone in this, and that they're not going to have to stand up to the might of the West by themselves. But it's also designed by Russia to send a signal to the United States and to Israel that, you keep talking the Israelis about doing a preemptive strike. Be careful, because we've got Russian soldiers on the ground, and any attack on them is going to be viewed as an attack on Russia.
Is this going to be another proxy war of the U.S. against Russia, even though the combatants will be Israel and Iran?
I can't rule out the possibility that someone's proposed that, but my God, that'd be incredibly stupid. Because in this case, Iran, I dealt with somebody yesterday who was suggesting that what Israel's going to do is they're going to hit Iran with a massive cyber attack, and that'll take out Iran. And I had to remind him of 2012. This is 12 years ago, the Stuxnet virus. So in that the Stuxnet virus was a computer virus that was designed to attack and destroy the reactors in the processors for uranium in Iran. Well, the United States developed it, and it wasn't supposed to be used, but Israel got its hands on it. They launched that attack, and the way you have to launch that attack, you literally have to put it like on a thumb drive and get it inside these buildings physically, because they're usually walled off so that they are not accessible from just somebody on the internet surfing along. Well, that Stuxnet virus got out of control, went around the world, and it actually blew back on the United States. But the point was, out of that, Iran developed a very robust cyber army where they then recognized, okay, we're playing in the big leagues now. And they stepped up, and they have a very robust cyber capability that candidly hasn't been unleashed on Israel or the United States with any kind of force or fury. So Iran's taking its time, but they have been quite specific that they will make Israel pay for what Israel did by killing the head of the Politburo for Hamas, Hania, during the presidential inauguration. Because it's not just this one. There have been a series of assassinations, and their concern is to send Israel a message that in the future, if you do this again, you will pay a higher price. Because up to this point, Israel hasn't paid a high price at all.
Larry Johnson, thank you, my dear friend. Very, very illuminating.